What's going on, YouTube? It's Rue from Elite Line Sports. I'm coming at you with another video, man, and it is Tuesday, February 3rd, and I got something for you guys. It's a one game per lot, one leg per game. Damn it, I don't even know what it is, but you guys get the idea. One leg per game. These are all locks. I have carefully combed through every single game, and it was a lot of fucking information. Without Before we get into this, please support the channel, like the video, man. Just take the time to like the video because I definitely take time out of my day, make sure that there's money in your pockets and my pockets. So without further ado, again, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Shout out to every single one of you guys who support. Means a great deal. Let's just try and get this channel to blow up, man, because we do good work over here. All right, so let's just hop into it, man, because it is a lot of stuff to get into, and we are getting news currently as I'm talking. Joel Embiid listed out. Okay, that's gonna give a bump to certain players. Anthony Simons got traded to the Bulls like 15 minutes ago, and I didn't even notice. All right, I mean, he's not Bulls trading star center Nikola Vucevic. Anyway, we're getting into this. Any player that's listed into this, just fade them, okay? Because I don't know who's getting traded as I'm going. Cade Cunningham. This is going to be a prime matchup against the Nuggets. The Nuggets are coming into town. I think the Nuggets is going to make it a pretty good game. I think Cade scores literally 24.5 the points. This is literally the leg. I know the hit rate looks well under 50, but at the same time, Cade does pretty well. Not pretty well, but I think this is just more so. This is going to be a close game. Like, this is a flyer, okay? I'm not really one for this, but however, I do have pivots for most legs that I do give out. So, I would say the leg to be is 25. Cade for the past few games, 29, 22, 26, 29. When he's playing Western Conference teams, 29 points, 26, 29. So, again, Jaden Ivey's out. And look at the past games that when Jaden Ivey is out, Cade Cunningham with the points, 33, 31, 34, 26. So this is way over 25. You know what I mean? I mean, this is in November, but because this is when he plays mostly Western Conference teams, he kind of shows up. You know what I mean? He is the leader for that team. They just got rid of Jaden Ivey, so kind of look for Cade. The pivot I like is Nikola Jokic with his assists. Hit rate looks very good, 2 out of 3. Average difference is 26%. 1 over the line. Typically, for most centers who play like Jokic, is Sengun and Sabonis. There's not much centers out there that kind of do that. The line was at 5. Sabonis got 8. Line was at 5.5. Sengun got 5. Line was at 6.5. Sengun got 7. I know that the number one assist is allowed to having to stop that, but that doesn't stop Jokic. Look at Jokic. When Jokic plays top 10 defenses who are very good at having to stop assists, for centers, he has literally flourished. 11 for 13. That's a pivot. If you like the pivot more than the bets, take that and, just either do what you want with it. Make a 2-leg, make a 3-leg, make a single. Moving on to the next game because we have a lot to cover. I didn't cover the Pacers and the Jazz. For some odd reason, I did like Andrew Nembhard, but for some odd reason it says he's listed out, which is insane because I did research early in the day, and I guess news dropped out, so he's out. So I don't really like any player from this team at all. The Jazz traded certain players, and yeah, I don't like this game, so I just kind of just stayed away from that. Next up, we got Karl Anthony Towns rebounds. Mitchell Robinson is ruled out and when Wizards play, typically centers, they are very bad at. They give up a lot of rebounds and points. Points don't rank second to dead last. He doesn't really flourish too much. I know that. See, now this is one of my pivots because Karl Anthony Towns and there's no Mitchell Rob. He has scored over without Mitchell Rob in 3 games. Right? He scored 33, 37, and 12 points. I get it. So 2 out of 3 times he's hit over the line of 21.5 or 20.5, whatever the line was at the time. Without Mitchell Rob, he plays much of a larger role, and that's in points and rebounds. See, rebounds, they're dead fucking last. Literally, they're dead last. So when he plays teams that's with Mitchell Robb in the lineup, 8 out of 14 times he scores, he gets his rebounds. Now, without Mitchell Robb, 3 out of 4. 75%. I know that line is thick as hell, man. 12 and a half, but I just think with the hit rate with similar players like Nas Reed, Miles Turner, Porzingis, Wendell Carter, they've been getting way over it, man. I just think you just kind of have to go with it. So I do think he does rebound a lot. So the main bet is rebounds over 12 and a half. The pivot is 20 and a half. And that's the one leg I like from the Knicks and the Wizards. Next up, Hawks and Heat. I think Norman Powell is ruled out. And with that said, I like Pell Larson. Pell Larson the past couple games has been crazy. He's been nuking 15, 22, 20. I know they played the Bulls 3 times in a row, but at the same time, it's like without Norman Powell, he hits 5 out of 8 with his points. I know the hit rate for similar players doesn't look too well, but at the same time, you got to look at whenever he plays against, without Norman Powell, when he plays top 10 defenses that's having to stop shooting guards like Pell Larson, he gets over the line. For 13.5 seems like a gift. I think there's so many games here on the slate. I think Vegas doesn't keep up with every single player, and they kind of keep up with mostly the star players because most people typically bet on star players. They don't really look or dive deep into like role players like Pell Larson or Andrew Wiggins or something. You know what I mean? They're not really gonna fix their line. So I think this is a steal here. I think we take Pell Larson. He's hit 4 out of 4. Without Norman Powell, his points goes up, usage, everything goes up without Norman Powell, especially when he plays top 10 defenses that's having to stop the shooting guard position. So that's the leg I like. The other one that I as a pivot is Bam. Bam has been scoring at least 20 points in the past how many games? Probably close to 10 games. I remember we had him at 20 and a half when he played the Bulls, and they won by 43, and they just sat Bam for the entire fourth quarter. That was a bad beat. So, I mean, literally, I say you drop it to 20 points. Don't do 20 and a half like me because I ended up crying at the end of the night. But take 20 points, man. Take 20 points. The hit rate looks great, man. He's played them literally. I mean, not played them, but you get the idea. This is going to be a pretty fast-paced game. I like Bam for 20 points because he scored that over 10 straight games. Next up, and this is someone that I do like. I think the Nets keep it close. Michael Porter Jr. looks phenomenal. Literally, the Lakers are dead last at having to guard the small forward or the power forward position. I don't know what Porter really plays, but he plays the forward position. He's literally 15 out of 21 in the past 21 games. His usage has went up, his minutes went up, points went up. The hit rate is 10 out of 13 when having to play similar players. That's versus the Lakers. That plays like Michael Porter Jr. Bridges, right? Hunter, Grant, Bridges, Murphy the third, right? Jabari Smith. So I actually like this as the main bet. The points is 24 and a half. He's been killing it, 36, 38, and I think he's going to do in the Lakers pretty bad too. However, I do like the PRA too. The PRA is the pivot. So his PRA has been very kind to me, again, so it's not too much of a dip off this. They're 25, still ranked dead last, and when he plays against players or teams that's 25 and 30, 25 and under, literally top 10, bottom defenses against Michael Porter Jr., he gets them 6 out of 8 times. The hit rate is literally almost about 50%. I like the PRA personally. That's something that I feel comfortable with, but I'll take the points. You know what I mean? So the points look good. The threes look good too, man. If you like threes, literally hit rate 2 out of 2, 100%. 3 points allowed. I'm curious. This is just me just going on a wheel here. Literally 7 out of 10. Like Michael Porter Jr. looks great, bro. I'm just not even gonna lie to you. Everything looks good. 7 out of 10. He's just green all around. Points, rebounds. Unless he gets traded, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen. Listen, this is before the news. So we're done with the Nets and the Lakers. The blowout factor is there too. So, but I do think the Nets keep it close. And I'm just not being biased because I live in Jersey. Next up, we got Miles Turner for the Bucks. Miles Turner had a subpar game. He had 7 points because they did lose by 20. But every game before that, they do need Miles Turner to start scoring. Past 21 games, his hit rate has been good. His points went up a little bit. Assists, rebounds went down. This is why we're touching the points. When he plays against bottom 10 teams, he's 7 out of 15, a little bit under 50%. But over the recent games, he had 21 points, 15. And with Giannis out, 21 again. So I think, see, this is more of a narrative that I think that Miles Turner kind of puts in work. Similar players went 6 over the line. Nas Reed twice. Sar literally missed it by 2 points, a bucket, and Mobley went over it. So literally, the hit rate looks great. Similar players look great. Bottom 10 teams against spot ups, he's 8 out of 15. So listen, I think Miles Turner here gets it going. The pivot I like is Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis also looks great. Similar players like Bobby Portis, literally the average difference is 4. They get 4 over 43%, 10 out of 14. That's a large surplus. Literally bottom team and having to play against forward and centers. That's what the Bulls are. And I think I just read that they just got rid of Vooch. So without Vooch, like literally, I don't even think the Bulls even have anyone to fucking compete with. So with that being said, if you want to, like, this is the pivot, okay? This is the pivot. The take is Miles Turner. I think, to be honest with you, I think I even like Miles Turner even more because if they're getting the average difference of 6 or 7 over what the line is with Vooch in, just imagine Vooch out. You know what I mean? And Vooch doesn't really have no defense like that. So, on to the next one. Derek White, points and assist. I get it here that so many people probably going to be touching Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown, literally, the Mavericks are top 5 defense having to guard the small forward or shooting guard position. I think that Derek White flourishes here because Derek White has so much of a subpar game. He's been all right. But at the same time, so the hit rate of similar players is 2 over the line, which is a good thing. The Mavs are very bad at having to guard the PNR ball handler in their bottom 10. And that's what most likely he gets his shots out of. He gets 6 of his shots as being the ball handler. When he plays bottom 10 teams, he's 7 for 17. However, I think, again, hold on. This is the point. I need to look at points and assist. So when we're playing against teams who are points and assist, they're 10 out of 17. When you dip the defense to 19, he's 11 out of 19. I think Derek White gets it going here. The points is a pivot. That's what I like. But again, I like the points and assists more strongly than I do about the points. But yeah, that's my take. That's the one lock that I like at it. Thunder and Magic. I really don't like this game, but if I had to choose one because of the numbers, man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Hit rate for similar players like Shai, 10 out of 11. De'Aaron Fox didn't get it. Brunson got it twice. Fox got it 1 time. Cade Cunningham got it. Jaylen Brown got it. Brunson got it like an extra 2 more times. Like, he got it 4 times having to play the Magic. Points is a lock here. I think points is a premium. Literally, it's just Shai's just doing it all. You know what I mean? There's no J-Dub. Literally, their bottom 10 are having to guard point guards who is literally like Shai. Bottom 10 are having to guard the PNR ball handler. I think the Magic all around need to do better. However, I do think the PRA is a safe bet because when Shai typically plays teams, he likes to assist and rebound. He does it all. I think PRA is a little safe. If you want to dip it down to maybe like 40 or 42 or 41, if you could do that, do that. The line's at 43.5. I'm going to take that, but I say just take the points if you don't really feel his PRA is going to get you there. I think we got 2 more games. Yep. Warriors lock in this game is Draymond Green's assist. Literally just 0.5 over, nothing too crazy, but at 50-50, the hit rate, 15%. Their bottom 10 are having to have assists allowed against forwards. Literally, when Draymond Green plays teams that's bottom 10 in assists, he's 6 out of 11 having to hit it. And literally, I think so. Draymond Green gets his assist. Pivot I like is Brandon Pozinski. Pods is what they call him for short. I like his PRA because Pods likes to do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? The past few games, he's got 23. Like, he's been touching his line, right? So it's like, this is how it is, right? This is just over 26.5. But if you want to see what his line is for the past few games, he's been greening them. 23, 23, 23, 26, 27. So the line is 26.5. If you want to lower that to like maybe 25 to feel safe, you can do that. Without Curry out there, he does better. His PRA goes up. Without Butler, his PRA goes up as well. So again, literally both of them are out, and I don't think there's no Jonathan Kuminga in their bottom 10 to having a guards who are top bottom 10 literally in pods. Literally flourishes when he plays against teams like this. He's 10 out of 15 to having hit his PRA, so that's the pivot. And last but not least, I don't have a pivot for this game, but because this game is so late, and I hate late games too. Colin Gillespie points. Literally, whoever they're playing, the Blazers are second and dead last having to guard the ball handler. That's where he flourishes. He's 7 out of 13. When his points is at 13.5. They're positioned. They're 18 out of 30 having to guard point guards such as him. So again, the hit rate looks good for similar players. Colin Gillespie is the last leg of our slate. And with that being said, man, we covered so much. So I hope every single one of you guys win. However you guys make your parlays, it's up to you. You do with those information that you can. If you want me to go through them, I can do that real quick for you. Cade Cunningham points over 24.5. The pivot to that game is Jokic assists over 8.5. Next up, we have the Knicks. The lock is rebounds over 12.5. Pivot is points 20.5 with Karl Anthony Towns. Lock is Pell Larson over 13.5. Pivot is over 19.5 for Bam. Lock for the Nets and the Lakers is Michael Porter Jr. points over 24.5. Pivot is PRA over 34.5. Lock for Bucks is Miles Turner points over 16.5. Pivot is Bobby Portis over 19.5. Lock for the Celtics is Derek White points and assists over 21.5. Pivot is 16.5. Lock for the Thunder is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, PRA over 43.5. Pivot 31.5 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA. For the Warriors lock, it is Draymond Green, assists over 5.5. Pivot is PRA pods 26.5. And then there's no pivot for the last game with the Suns. It's just a lock for Colin Gillespie. And with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys cash. And if you guys cash, make sure you put a like or a comment down below. Tell us how we did. And man, the sky's the limit. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I hope to see you in the next one.